We are the agency that's committed to the Jewish community, and our goal is that when the Jewish community has a social service need and they look up to have it met, that JCFS is right there, that we're the first ones that they see.
We also need to be there as advocates and as the link between the community and the people who need the service.
Regardless of who you are or what you need or what you think you need, you can walk through any door, and inside that door there is help.
We look to serve people who are dealing with life transition issues, losing a loved one, dealing with a divorce, addiction. Then you look at mental health, intellectual and developmental disability, and basic human needs, supporting what the individual and by extension what the community needs.
We're there saying, what do you need? How can we help? What can we teach you?
We are encouraged to be creative and push the envelope in order to help parts of the community that have not received the help that they need. That's especially true in addiction.
Something that considers the culture and the uniqueness of the Jewish community in responding to these incredible life challenges for the people and their families who are experiencing addiction.
There's an amazing lack of understanding that a Jewish client may have different spiritual needs in recovery, in early treatment. I've seen people cry, be amazed when they bring just a Hebrew word into their recovery.
I think what makes this compelling is the community wanting a Jewish community response.
Times change, and you have to keep up with, well, what worked back then doesn't work now, or what we used to do doesn't work, and how do you keep moving forward?
The thing that we're thinking about the most heavily right now is how to serve the community of people with disabilities and their families. It's been an underserved population for decades.
Heichal is a group home for adults with intellectual developmental disabilities. It's one of the first homes as part of the Jewish community in Chicago, and presently has 3 residents, 2 of whom are our children. Always in the back of our minds was that they weren't going to grow out of their disability, but they were going to grow out of childhood.
I think the biggest fear many parents have is isolation for their adult disabled children. When they first moved in, we couldn't believe it. Like, they never had time to see us because they're having dinner parties and culture night, which they plan for 12 months, every month a different country. And here, everything they do is about their needs. So grocery shopping isn't this thing you have to get done. It's them planning what they need to do at the pace that they function.
And now it's leading a life of their own,
Right.
which is hugely, it's powerful.
We want to talk to each individual like Fry and Tamima and understand what makes them tick and develop a program of services that get them to as close as possible to their dreams.
We're actually working with community to say, let's design it together.
My prayer would be that all Jewish families of adults with disabilities would have the privilege of partnering with JCFS as we have, and feeling that their children have a hopeful, secure future. Then we can all rest.
As much as we feel good about what we're doing now, that we're always looking at what we could do better, and also who we're not serving and how can we meet the needs of the community that we're not reaching yet.
The Jewish community extends all over the Chicagoland area, and we want to be able to support those folks, even in areas where there's not that critical mass.
One of our recent efforts has been to be into Oak Park and to collaborate with 2 of the synagogues there to embed social work services into the synagogues and into the community.
We think it's just the beginning of a different way of making our services available to the broader community.
It's creating a web of services in the community that will be really strong as it evolves over the period of years.
It's all about the kids, the adults, the individuals who need services.
We're mental health professionals on the front lines.
Even on the hardest days, we know that we're making a difference.
It's not possible to imagine,
Really.
frankly, what the community would look like without JCFS.
There's still work to
Wow.
do, but
Yeah, we can start reaching higher.